Hey guys, my name is Aaron. It's been a while since I posted a video because I've been really busy lately trying to formulate my life together, trying to accumulate money to try to get a better camera and trying to deal with school and family and just... I woke up as usual, and then I opened up my computer and I checked my emails because I got a new email from my school. And I guess it just so happens that they officially withdrawed me from my school. Now, when I got this, I completely, I believe, melted down. Due to the emotional stress that I kept having over these last couple of weeks of trying to make sure everything was all together, because over the summer I tried making sure that I was staying in school. And since over the summer, I've been on academic probation because I haven't been able to do my work, and there's no excuses for that. You either do your work or you don't do your work, and that's the fault of the beholder. But I guess I've been too worried about making sure I had the money to continue on to the next semester, and so they completely withdrew me from the school altogether. So after I read that, I completely melted down, and I thought in my head that I had no idea what I was going to do. Until after 5 seconds. And I realized that, I can't just sit here. I'm trying to do this thing on YouTube. I'm trying to do what I was going to do after I graduated school anyway. And it was a lot harder to be able to do that because I had things like school, because I had things of trying to get a job and raise money, and also trying to deal with, the family things around me, the things that I had to take care of as a member of my own family. And so I realized, yeah, I got withdrawn from school, but it's not the end of the world. I can move on. I can keep continuing to do things, and I shouldn't let that get me down. But time passes. You know, you just have to keep moving forward. You can't just sit down and wallow in your own self-pity. You have to get up. You got to do something. You can't just sit there. Do anything. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's something that you really care about, something that you're passionate about, then it doesn't matter what you do. That's one thing that I seriously love about my family, is how much devotion they have to me. And they stand behind me 100% on everything I do. And I feel really bad about that sometimes, because it just, a lot of the time, I just get so wallowed in, depression, that it's really hard for me to keep going. It's really hard for me to just push myself out there and push myself to do things, because I have so many ideas, have so many things I want to do. It's just really hard for me to just get up and do something about it. I spend a lot of my time just laying in my bed every day, just wondering, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do with my life? School is such torture. I have to leave. I have to do something. I can't stay in this town the whole time. Because to be perfectly honest, the town that I live in isn't really good for a film person. I mean, you have to work with what you have, but I believe I owe it to myself to get out of this town. And to be able to do that, I have to get up. I have to force myself to get up and do what I love doing. I have to work with what I have. Or I have to go out and get a job that it's not exactly in my forte of doing, but it doesn't really matter. It's either way, one or the other. I have to do something, and I think that's what everybody has to do. Everybody has to force themselves to do things. We owe it to ourselves to get up, to force ourselves to get up, to force ourselves to be active, so we can push ourselves forward and do what we love doing and change this world, formulate it into something that shows that we've done something with our lives. And it sucks because I think I did something terribly stupid today, that from going overboard with how I was feeling today about, being withdrawn from school, but, shit happens. You just kind of got to live with it, So it's either going to be something that's really good or really bad. So after today, hopefully everybody will be seeing me make more videos often, and I'm going to do what I was going to do when I got out of school. And I'm just going to push it full force. I'm going to make my films. I'm going to do something about it. And also hope that the content that I make, people like. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me if people like it or not, but it's kind of a factor of, you have to make sure that the content that you make is something that people actually like. So get ready to see a bunch of things in the future coming from me. And lastly, for those of you who are in college, struggling with college, or struggling and think that college just isn't for you, it's not always a bad thing. There are things on the internet, they can teach you how to do things. Not going to college is not the end of the world. Being kicked out of college is not the end of the world. You can't let it ruin you. You have to get up, you have to do something, whether it is going to another college, go and find some kind of job to be able to help you support yourself in any dream that you find, or help you support yourself until you find that dream. You owe it to yourself to do it. And I believe that's just the bottom line truth. And I really hope this video helps out a lot of people, and hope you know that me and several other people around the world love you, and it's not over. You know, getting out of high school is, I think, one of the most destructive things can happen to someone if you're not knowing where you're going, and you kind of just owe it to yourself to find it. And that's about it. Good luck to anybody who's, in college now, anybody who's going into the workforce, and love you guys.